Hello, and welcome back to the final part of the Crooked Man. This is the same thing as last week's, except it goes more into detail, or so I've been told. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and load that up. I replayed the entire thing, as you can see it's in the second playthrough. And now we're on scene 5, Home Sweet Home. This is the place for sure. Could this be his house? Excuse me, can I have a second? What? Ain't seen you around here. Going for a stroll? No, actually. Who lives here? Do you know them? I've read that in the wrong voice. Oh, you mean Miss McGahan? McGahan. Someone named McGahan lives here. Not anymore. Miss McGahan passed away last year. The house has been neglected ever since. Waste of a fine house it is. Oh yeah, I think she had a son. Wish she'd just rent out or sell the house. Do you know anything about her son? Nah, never seen him. I only moved here a few years back. Heard he lives in an apartment a ways away. I see. That all? I gotta get home by daybreak or my wife will be livid. It's good to take a walk in the morning, but it sure is cold. Don't catch cold or nothing. Yes. Thank you. You too. I think the mailbox says McGahan. Must have been the resident's name. And on we go. We have the bloody key. And we're only really looking for those pieces of paper, huh? Can't get through there. I recalled the rhyme of the Crooked Man. All he could do was live in a crooked house with a cat and a mouse just as crooked. I was the same way. Everything I wished for ended up crooked. My dreams, my love, even my family. How did the Crooked Man live? Was he sorrowful in the depths of despair? Such a life has no meaning. The hotel, the school, the hospital, it was the same at all of them. My saddest memories wouldn't go away. Writing wouldn't calm down my heart. In the end, my festering heart just oozes more, and I tear up the paper. Mine is an empty existence. I have nothing to leave behind, not even words. Why? No, 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 no. Oh, wait. Get this one. Out of cigarettes. I need to smoke. You're telling Sprite about that. There are some photos on the desk. Parts of them have been scribbled over. Oh! It's him with Sissy and Dee. And is that the little boy? The little boy. Okay. Why is it I'm not surprised in the least? Why is it that I'm crying? He must have wanted someone to help him. He really didn't want to just let go. Let go of his girlfriend or his dreams or himself. I know he's here. I have to save him. There should be a key somewhere, right? It's the photos. The notebook? The rule in this notebook matches the scraps I have. There's a name on this. Duke McGahan. Okay, there we go. That was the trigger for it. Okay. But there's more. There's like crying. Crooked man. I can't go over to your side. He's up there, isn't he? Then I'll be going there. This will be the end. Oh, no. No, we're good. Glad that's over. I'm not going to be like you. You won't catch me. As much misery as I encounter, as painful and bloody as it might be, I'll keep living. So, be gone. Opening the door, yeah? What are you doing there? Can't you tell I'm saying so long to this miserable life? It was empty, nothing life, so I'm ending it by my own hand. Can you really say that? Do you really think your life was empty? Well, there must have been good things. There had to be. But when there's so much sadness and pain, it makes you forget there was anything good. So, I have no other choice. Are you the same way? It's true. I thought that until very recently, ever since I was detained for trying to kill my mom. But it's different now? Yeah. Why do you say that? Because I met someone. It was hard suffering all on my own. I wanted someone to understand it, to sympathize with me. My best friend worried for me, sure, but I felt like he was just saying things and that he couldn't really understand. I just wanted to end it all. I tried not to think about it, but it kept coming back. It followed me everywhere. He suffered much like I had. He was rejected, his dreams were thwarted, and then his family. While trying to console him, I realized the things I said to him were what I wanted someone to have said to me. But by trying to save him, I was saving myself as well. And that's not all. Maybe he did despise me, but at the same time, he tried to help. So I was able to make it this far, and what had been chasing me is gone now. Leave. Hey, you're wrong. This isn't out of desperation. I didn't want you here yet. I didn't think you should come, so... Aren't the people just waiting for you? You should just leave. That's true. Well, thank you for coming. For me, that's enough. I wish I could have known you sooner. Goodbye, Duke. Wow, sounds like a real ordeal, David. I mean, finding a corpse while you're on a trip, but it sounds like it ended up alright. I'll go get you some tea. He was beaten by the Crooked Man. He was dragged to the other side. The Crooked Man was always right behind me. I realized he was there. Every time I was sad, I felt like he was whispering to me. I knew if I acknowledged it, I was done for, so I tried not to think about it. If all this hadn't happened, I think sooner or later I'd take his same path. Thinking of it that way, he really did save me. Always such an easy target, aren't you? That's why you got dragged into this. It's fine. The Crooked Man is gone. Hello? Huh? Okay, I'll head right there. David, what's up? Who was it? The hospital. Mom's condition took a turn. They're preparing to do the operation. Take my bike. It'll be faster. You gotta go. Don't sit there staring. Doctor, Mom's condition? To be honest, this is rather risky. Removing the tumor isn't too difficult, but she might have the strength to... That is a really bad accent. I'm so sorry. Doctor, please, my mom, she's the only family I have. Please. Sign this. We're getting ready now. We'll do the best job that we can. Okay. Doctor, Mom? The tumor was successfully removed. She's still sleeping now. We might have a chance if she wakes up. Tonight will be the biggest hurdle. Have faith in her. David? Mom! Mom, oh, thank God, you woke up. You really... I felt like I was in darkness. I was scared, screaming. I must have worried you. And those things I did to you, I'm so sorry. It was hard, wasn't it? It's okay. It's okay. You helped me open my eyes. Mom, I was so unhappy. I was always just struggling to be happy, but I didn't give my mother the happiness she needed, and after all the hardship I'd given her, I foolishly doubted, thought I wasn't loved, wasn't needed. That's why I... Do you hate me for it? Don't be silly, David. Indeed, you and I both... It's hard to say we were always happy. But even in sad times, you were always honest. You lived a straight and honest life. I was so proud of you. Having you as a son was my greatest happiness. Don't focus on the sad things, and I'm sure you'll notice all the happiness hiding around you. Davy, I'm thirsty. Can you bring me some water? Sure, just a second. Here you go, Mom. Mom? Mom. She got a good funeral. I'm sure your mother's happy now. You gotta be tired, huh, David? You okay? She told me she was happy in the end. If I'm going to live without blaming myself, those words are going to help a lot. It's fine if I have to suffer, if I can be smiling in the end. David. Marion, why are you... Shirley, why are you... Hey, Shirley, I still ain't forgiven you. How dare you give David the cold shoulder? Ow, 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 ow. We're going. Okay, stop pinching me. David, I heard about your mother. So you brought flowers, Shirley? Mom always liked you, so I bet she's glad. Thanks. David, I was uneasy. I got unsure of where I was going, worried that the road I was walking would be full of twists and turns. So I took it out on you and your kindness. You never let me down, but how did I repay you? I'm really the worst of the worst. I'm sorry. Maybe this is too late, but... David, if it's okay with you, would you like to... David, I'm sorry. Please don't cry. No, I'm not sad. I'm just... Even though my dreams were crushed, and I just lost my only family, I'm just so happy you came back. It's okay, Shirley. However off-kilter things get, we can set them straight, if that's what we want. David. It's a little spooky. You know what I think? The crooked man had a crooked body and only crooked things. But I'm sure he was happy living in his crooked house. Duke McGahan. I hope to see you again. Until then, rest in peace. Bye-bye, Blackbird. So while the credits are rolling, I'm going to do a quick, theory about the game. And it's that Dee and, Sissy and the little boy were all parts of, David's life. The little boy was a younger David with a more absent mother that would have to leave him places, or she would get lost and wouldn't be able to come back for long periods of time. May have left him at the hospital. Dee is obviously his, he had dreams of becoming a pilot. It's adjacent because Dee was going to lawyer school and failed, but he was going to be a pilot. He didn't fail, but he still, that crushed his aspirations and his dreams. And that Sissy was him losing, I think her name was Shannon. So I think it's really interesting how those were put there. And obviously those people were friends with Duke and not necessarily David, but just the similarities there are very jarring, I suppose. So I lied about that being the last thing. The next part of the series is The Sandman, so we will be continuing with that after we play through a different game, just to give us a sort of break. There's also character bios. So David Hoover is a small clerk at a trading company who lived with his frail mother. With his kind personality, most people like him. Not always reliable, but he can get it done. He's 26, says Paul. He's been friends with Paul since middle school. He met Marion through Paul and is similarly friendly with her. Dated Shirley for 3 years, prepared for marriage, but it went awry. After the ending, they began dating again. Paul is also 26. Trading company manager, pompous and forceful with others, best friends with David since middle school. He wooed Marion in college, now they're married. Has a sixth sense, though it may only be to the extent of simply seeing or hearing ghosts, hence the forceful exorcism he gave David. After David moved in, he thought things were off, but ended up not saying anything. Marion Martin, age 25, Paul's wife, 2 months pregnant, became friends with David via Paul. Knew Shirley in high school, now a close friend. Being a skeptic because the occult is scary, she doesn't believe in Paul's sixth sense. Shirley has consulted Marion about David in the past, so bringing her by at the end was out of concern. And Shirley Weber, age 25, a pharmacist and David's girlfriend. Strong-willed, which doesn't much suit Paul. Best friends with Marion since high school. She feared that David's kindness was indecisiveness, and was anxious about how it would go if they married. He wanted to get back together, but never said it. She wanted to get back together, but never said it. Now on even worse terms with Paul than before. And now that will be the end, and I will see you next week with a different game. Goodbye.